Okay, a little bit of technical difficulties. Sorry for the delay, guys. Welcome into the Clear as Mud podcast. Your host, Riveter, Banana, and today we're joined again by the ever vivacious Nerdy John.
Welcome.
How you doing?
John.
How you doing? Yeah, hey, I'm back. Back
in the saddle again.
Heck yeah.
Oh, me. So this has been a kind of tumultuous week when it comes
That's
to
for
the
fucking sure.
When it comes to the whole drama community, right? I mean, we've had all kinds of stuff. We've had what's your buddy flamenco, right?
Flamenco.
Flaming Hot Cheeto.
Flaming Hot Cheeto, yeah. We've had flamenco issues. We've had quartering issues. We've had Keffals.
The star of the show.
Review Tech USA issues.
Review Tech, yeah. And even Ricky was in some drama.
Yeah.
You know what we have today? Well, first, before we get into all that horse shit,
yeah.
First of all, I want to say welcome to the show, Joey Westside.
One thing's for certain and two things are for sure. You can fucking count on Todd
we've hit
Christopher
record
coming.
heat highs
And
since
I'm coming.
1998 in the state of Texas. And the other day it was humid, and I tried to drive home from the. We got a tip.
We got a tip from late. Someone just said late and tipped $1. Yes, and they said hat change. I don't think you get a hat change for $1, bub. But that's up to Banana.
We gotta get up to $5 for a hat change. How about that?
Exactly.
I'm stealing dead on Dave's shtick. Only because JFA asked me for a hat change last week.
Yeah.
It just kind of we grandfathered it in somehow. I didn't mean to do this. It was thrusted upon me. I apologize, sir.
Yeah.
But anyways, no. So we had record high heats. I went to the gym the other day. Right?
Yeah.
I did my workout and everything. I have no AC in my truck. Okay. So I get back in the car and I'm like, I might actually die. Like I had the windows rolled down, and it felt like, you know, when you pull an oven open and it just the hot air hits you in the face.
Yeah.
That's what it felt like all the way home.
Yeah, and people say stupid things like, "Well, if you drive like 60 miles an hour, yeah, but you're still blowing hot air, dumbass. It doesn't do anything. It doesn't make it any better.
It's just 65 mile per hour hot wind that'll cook you.
100%,
I was driving at 95 to get home because I was genuinely scared I was going to die.
Yeah.
I got home, thankfully safe. But yeah.
Where you had AC?
Where I have AC at the house. And I've been watching Stranger Things. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I have to have a fan with me.
Do you not have AC?
No.
Oh my God. Why?
It broke.
Your AC broke, so they just your rents are like trying to figure that out, or you?
Well, parents don't. We can't fix it at the moment. Let's just put it that way.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. That sucks, man. I've been there.
Okay,
I've been without AC for like fucking a week before.
Okay,
it was a nightmare.
You live up in the northern part of the United States. So
one thing's for certain and two things
It's
are
still
for sure.
humid.
You can fucking count on Todd Christopher
What
coming.
is this one here?
And I'm coming for you.
Okay. So JFA just donated a $5 and said, yeah, I guess he didn't say nothing about a hat change. He just says, he just tipped $5. So yeah, Banana. There you go. And you even get a little butt shot off of Banana today. You guys you're getting that double blessing. So
you usually you have to pay $20 for the butt shot.
Yeah, for the butt shot, exactly. So anyway, so we've
speaking of AEC issues and all that bullshit. This has nothing to do with it, but it looks like you got a new mic, John. Is that new?
No. This is the same mic I've always been using. I got the boom arm set up back, so it's a lot closer.
So you have better audio quality.
I'll just tell you, I have been having mic and mixer issues for going on 2 weeks, and it just has pissed me right off.
That's all right.
So this last week, I pulled the trigger, and I'm going with this. I've ordered a new mic and a new mixer, and they're supposed to be in. Everything's supposed to be on Tuesday.
He got one I've never heard of.
Yeah, it's new. one of the tech reviewers that I watch and I trust reviewed this. What is the name of the damn thing?
Is it a condenser or a dynamic microphone?
It's a USB, and it is a dynamic. And here's the thing. It was created. This mic and mixer was actually created by some engineers that left Go XLR, and they started their own
Interesting.
company. They started
So it's like the guys who left Blue, they made B. Like, in case you don't know, Blue is a microphone company. You might know them for like the Blue Yeti. But B,
dog shit microphone. Yes.
yes,
So
true, true.
If you're in an apartment complex and you have a Blue microphone, if your gain is above 12 o'clock, you can hear your neighbor's heartbeat. It's like that's
it's way too sensitive.
It is. It's very sensitive. Cries all the time.
Let's see if I can find this thing right quick.
It's stupid. It's a stupid joke.
Yeah, right here. It's
so I started watching Stranger Things, by the way, Riveter, season 4. And it has a little reference to one of our previous episodes that very few people got to see.
Okay,
the
what's
West
that?
Memphis 3.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. Have you seen season 4 yet?
Dude, I think I'm about halfway through maybe season 2.
Okay, season 2 is dog shit, but season 3 is amazing. And season 4 so far, pretty good.
Yeah.
Banger. Looks to be a banger.
Cool.
I'm having fun. I'm enjoying it.
What the hell?
What the hell?
What the hell?
My stuff is
What
off
the
straight
hell?
anyway.
Damn
Let
it,
me do
Bobby.
it this way. Okay, so this is the
You know what a tap
microphone.
and die is, boy.
This is the microphone that I've ordered, and it's called
Tap and die.
it's called a Beacon. It is a Beacon microphone.
A bacon. Right? The fuck is a bacon microphone?
It's Beacon, BACN.
Come
right?
wrapped in bacon.
And then the
Holy
thing, the mixer is called a Beacon Mix Create. Now let's see if I can click on this here.
Senpai Gaming. Ooh.
Okay.
Somebody's gonna clip that shit. God damn it. Not fair.
Let's see here, built-in.
Clip it, Chad. Clip it.
Video tutorial.
Probably
Beacon
done.
today also.
Okay, so let's see if I can get it.
It
I
looks
know this
fancy.
guy. I know this guy. This isn't his main channel.
No, it's not his main. I'm gonna see if I can find a picture of the actual.
Today we're scrapping our show, folks, and going over audio.
we're just going to do tech review.
So
yeah.
hang in there. We'll get to the main subject.
We'll
You'll
get
be
to
all right.
here. You got me derailed. Is the problem?
No, it's fine. We're having a good time. I'm
Well, like, I'm sorry. I'm an audio nerd. I hear microphone and I want to talk about it.
Yeah, same. I love audio. If I could, dude, if I had the money, I'd have like a complete radio setup.
Same, exactly.
It's so
Like,
fucking expensive though.
So
Have you seen? By the way, you know Brick. You know King Brick, right?
Yeah.
He has a legit
Okay.
radio set up in his room. Have you seen it?
What?
Have you seen it?
Brick of all people has that?
Okay, listen. I'm trying to spoil anything.
yeah,
Brick is going to be one of the largest creators. If he ever sits down and creates content, he will be a million sub guy. I'm calling it.
you think so?
Because like he's one of the most entertaining people I've ever met. And so like his room, his room looks like what you would think is like some kind of compound, but he has a giant he has like a whole radio setup. It's so fucking cool.
That's amazing. Okay.
Yeah. Brick's a cool dude. You should talk to
Okay,
him sometime.
so this is the mixers that they came out with. The one on the right here, the smaller one, is called the Beacon Mix. This one over here is called the Beacon Mix Create, which is the one I got. Now, the cool thing about the Beacon Mix Create is that you can't, when you plug this thing into your PC, it actually takes over like your all audio things for your PC. Like, for example, if I plugged in a second USB mic or anything like that, it sees it and you can actually control it. It has a sliding panel there, so you can have almost limitless inputs, right? So I can have a
that's
thing
fucking
tied.
cool.
I can have things tied to browser, like one of those knobs can control the browser audio. One of those, so I can individually control the audio levels on the fly.
That reminds me of the Rode Procaster.
I wanted to get the Rodecaster, which is what this looks like.
Yeah, my mixer, it's called the RME Babyface Pro. It's around $900, and I was lucky enough to win that in an audio competition.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? I bought the Focusrite Scarlett Solo for the second time. I used to have one back in the day because I had an Audio-Technica 2020 microphone.
Yeah.
And it was basically the same quality as a Blue Yeti.
This was my first XLR microphone.
Yeah.
It is the AT 1500. It's worked good for me. This is the older model, so you can get these around like $20 on eBay.
Yeah.
I'm buying a stage mic and I'm having it sitting here. So whenever I play I'm going to play RuneScape on Twitch and I'm going to hold it and basically just like start spitting off the top of my head, like, you know, on different subjects.
Nice.
Yeah. It's going to be a weird little show that I'm planning doing.
Okay. So I think we've talked enough tech and how, you know, how big of nerds we are. So let's kind of get
We've
into
exhausted
the
the
story
topic. The audience wants to know.
People came here to hear us dish on people, I guess.
Why people? Yeah.
Okay. So earlier this week, which would have been, let's see, today's the 10th, so this would have been 3 days ago, which would have been Thursday. So Thursday morning,
the 7th,
I get up.
Right? 7th.
The 7th, yeah, that's what I said. It's been Thursday, right? So I guess this would have been Friday morning because this happened Thursday night, way after I quit looking at Twitter. So Friday night or Friday morning, I get up or whatever, I guess. And I see this tweet. Let's see if I get the right button here. Yeah, I did. Okay. So I see this tweet that comes across where Keffals puts out a tweet, and in this tweet she says, "Hey, Meta PC, are you okay with one of these people who you sponsor using their massive platform to harass transgender people?" Now, I want to make something perfectly clear before I get into some of my tirades today.
Okay.
I do not like Jeremy Hambley, aka the Quartering. I think he is a misogynist asshole.
Really?
I used to watch Jeremy years and years ago, back when I was competitively playing Magic, and he would cover Magic and cover, you know, different things associated with Magic the Gathering. Now, he wasn't one of my primary sources of information, but he was a source of information. But then he started getting into this whole thing about how he felt like these young girls who were going to these Magic competitions and they were cosplaying, and Wizards of the Coast was in some cases hiring these young ladies to come in their dressed up as the different characters from Magic, was basically manipulating or these guys, and these guys were, well, okay, maybe they were, hell, I don't know, I don't care, it doesn't matter. If the guys are dumb enough to throw money at these girls, then that's on them. I could give a shit less, right?
Simps. We're talking about the disparity between normal men and simps.
But it doesn't, because listen, there are girls who do the same thing with guys, right? There's girls who throw themselves at guys, right? They make donations, they buy merchandise. This is not a one-way street. So, and again, bottom line is, I don't care. It doesn't matter. But in the context of this, I just want to make sure people understand that I personally am not trying to defend the Quartering in this. So I don't want people thinking, oh, because Riv's this old white guy, he has to be defended. No, fuck that. I'm not defending this shit.
I personally encourage simping. I think it's a good lucrative market to get into. Frankly, that's why I've been working out for a year. I'm trying to get in on that grind set, that Sigma male grind set, where I can earn my living by looking like a cutie on a webcam.
And let's make this perfectly clear. There have been instances in the past where the Quartering, Jeremy, has gone after sponsors himself, so he's not exactly clean of this record. People in the YouTube scene have had to tell him several times not to do it. and like an idiot, he had kept doing it.
Yeah.
The most recent ones I can think of was like he was trying to call out like people like, oh, Disney, I mean, this isn't really in a YouTube sense, but he's done this tactic before where he'll at the company that the person's associated with, and like, oh, you have this person, and then like he'll crop a tweet from like 5 years ago of this person making an edgy joke. He does the same thing as a SJW.
Oh, Jeremy?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he really can't be whining.
So, but here's my stance. If I have issues, or if you have issues with a person, fine, it happens, right? Like I have issues. I have issues with what Keffals has done here in this, So I'm going to address what she has said and what she has done, the actions that she's taken.
Okay.
Okay, but I'm not going to go after any sponsorships that she has or what, and that's the problem. She is tagging a business that is well known for supporting this community, right? I mean, this is a boutique PC company that sponsors a lot of content creators, right? It's
I love that. I love that term, by the way, boutique PC company.
Well, that's what they are.
I know. It's hilarious to me that exists now.
Yeah.
You can have your own little boutique. But also, I want to address some chat comics real quick before we get on to the next. Lizard says, nice trans shirt, Banana. I'm an ally. Thank you very much. And I'm a month late, though, so oh well, who cares? Joey, Miss Abby Blackbird says, get your penny, hustle, and roll out. Yeah, I am trying to, like I said, Sigma Grind set, get my gains. I'm holding my hands like this because I've seen Mark Cuban do it a number of times, and apparently that's what wealthy people do, so I need to have this presence of being wealthy and, important. And then Joey Westside said, he being Quartering, has made 300 videos on Brie Larson. And
then there are several videos on Joe Rogan.
Yeah, and so it's like the meme is kind of dead. Jeremy is leaned too far into the right wing grift, not the alt right.
Yeah,
the right wing grift has gone too far. He's pinhead of the week now. We're gonna start that segment, by the way, Riveter. Pinhead of the week. Bill, we're bringing it back. Bill O'Reilly's gone. We have to carry the torch.
Pinhead of the week. Here's the thing. Keffals and Jeremy have been going back and forth at each other. For quite some time now. And so that's nothing new, but the fact that she went after Meta PC, and I'm going to bring this up just briefly for contextual matters. Review Tech also joined in on this because he has a hate boner for Jeremy as well. And so he also went after Meta PCs. Now, luckily, Rich came to his senses, deleted the tweet, and apologized for going after the sponsor. He because the commentary.
Actually, I have the original tweet right here.
I don't think we need to share it. I mean, if you want to read it, go ahead. But
yeah, that's what I meant.
I would like
for everyone crying about Meta PCs being called out by me, it's simple. Don't associate with a piece of shit. You don't get put if you don't get put on blast. I have never called out a sponsor before, but Jeremy is a special kind of terrible. And if they continue to support him, they are terrible too. Because we need to understand this context. The amount of hatred between Rich and Jeremy, it is a diet version of the hatred between Ethan and Keemstar.
Really?
Yeah.
It's that bad.
I just think it's funny he had this little emotional moment on Twitter where he started it. Did he delete the tweet?
He deleted the tweet and then he walked it back.
All right, he walked it back.
But he deleted
why does everyone have to be like a social activist on Twitter? I swear to God. It's just like before you have that thought, like, and I've done it too. We've all done it. We've all been there. But before we make any action on those thoughts, think about it for a minute. Am I about to just embarrass myself?
Well,
am I about to become a loca? If I because caring about something can get you memed on. I've learned this the hard way, people. I'm here to spread the word, the good word of not caring. If you care about something,
but, you know, I hear what you're saying, Banana, and part of me agrees with you on this, right? But then another part of me is like, I really am I really don't necessarily want to give advice on how to navigate these types of waters, because people who have these emotional responses, these emotional outbursts, give us content and things to laugh at.
True.
So,
but they won't listen to me. That's why I'm saying it. It's the meta irony.
Yeah, but here's the thing: there will be a few that does kind of get clued in.
Oh, so I should stop. I should hold my cards.
I'm beginning to wonder if we need to quit trying to try to, for the lack of a better word, educate them.
Sure. Yeah.
Because we need people like Keffals out there. We need making fools of themselves. We need people like Flamenco making fools of themselves.
I do it on a daily basis. There's just not an audience to make fun of me. Like, my lockout moments are coming. They are loaded and locked and loaded, ready to go. So like it's unbeknownst to me, something lurking. Yeah.
And then I guess I'm sure people think I'm a lockout at times too, but there's a difference, I think, between me and a lot of these people that have these emotional responses, right? I just don't care. I mean, that's one of the great things of being an old man. Yeah. I just don't care.
Don't care.
Make fun of me. Well, you go call me old. Okay. Are you going to call me fat?
Oh, yeah, Clown already got there. Yeah, that was. By the way, what a great accolade to put under your belt. You got called fat by Clown.
Yes, awesome. Colossal Crazy called me a fat pig, and I'm okay with it. It ranks right up there with getting nuked on Tommy C's show, right? So
badge of honor.
I have both of those merit badges. So what's next? You're dumb. Okay, and let me guess, water's wet too, right? So,
you make terrible content.
No argument for me. So, Keffals puts out this tweet, right, that we just discussed. And so, I could get the right one up here. So then the hero we needed, Ricky Berwick, steps up to the bat, says, hey, the plate says, hey, I want to take a swing at this. And so he quote tweets Keffals and says, use code TONGUE at metapcs.com. Now, Ricky is a great ambassador for MetaPCs. He constantly champions the brand. Now, Ricky has some questionable, humorous videos, little shorts,
not to me.
TikTok.
No question for me. Where did that Oreo come from, Ricky?
Where did you get that
Oreo?
Well, yeah, but not everybody can appreciate the fact that he can shove a flute down his butt and play music with it. So not everybody appreciates the fact that he has merchandise that says retard on it.
Ricky started playing that flute when I was streaming, and I nearly busted up laughing because he was playing it on the other end.
Yeah. So,
Dude's funny.
So he says, hey, use code TONGUE at MetaPCs, and he quote tweets, so he's trying to.
It did a cheeky little product placement.
Yeah,
cheeky little plug.
He does his thing, right?
Mm-hmm. Doing his thing. Oh no, we're deleted tweets. Oh, no.
And I looked because I thought I had screenshot all this, and I don't have the screenshot, but she made some little comment here. And so Ricky had this to say, because Ricky is absolute total beast mode all the time and doesn't delete anything because he does not. He fears nothing, right? How do you cancel a Ricky Berwick?
Look, God took his ability to walk. What else does he have to lose?
God already canceled him, or tried to, and he failed. Ricky's still here, and he's more successful than 99% of the population.
So
Ricky is a true fucking hero.
So Ricky censored this little message here.
Keffals, you sound like a cereal. Anyways, let's not attack Meta PCs here. It's Jeremy. Jeremy's the one you want, okay?
Yes, exactly.
Not this company, not my company. Swear to fucking God, Keffals.
He's wearing a meta shirt while he does this too.
Keffals.
Yeah. So
I love that he did that perfectly though. Like the
Yes.
the way he addressed that situation was like he's like trying to let her in on the joke. It's like, hey,
Yeah.
come with me, stop attacking sponsors. Let's defuse this fucking bomb that you're about to set off. Come on.
Guys, just to let you know, if you're ever in a situation where Ricky Berwick is the rational one, maybe step back.
He's always rational.
So
Well, you know, because usually he's just trying to be the memer, you know?
Yeah. He's the one that's fucking like trying to counsel the retards, you know, fucking get him corral them back his way.
Anyway, Keffals took exception to this, right?
Of course.
And so
why am I not surprised?
She puts out this, and she goes, I was confused while Ricky Berwick was defending the quartering, misgendering me, and being transphobic with his huge platform. And then I found out that he's friends with neo-Nazi cartoonist Stone Toss and was shrilling Stone Toss NFTs. And so she goes back to where I guess this guy made a NFT for Ricky or whatever. And there was this whole little correspondence or whatever, right?
So she's fucking Taylor Lorenz now.
Yeah, and by the way, Ricky and Stone Toss were never friends. It was just Ricky on the surface level, he saw Stone Toss as a memer.
Yes.
And so like the memer starts an NFT and as a joke he gave Ricky an NFT.
Yeah.
Even if all that shit's true, why does it matter? Like why does it matter if he's fucking friends with a fucking degen on a platform? Why does it matter if he is making money? Like I hate that commie fucking bullshit. It's so annoying to fucking hear these retards talk about like, oh, they made money doing this. It's like, yeah, they're trying to run a business that is like 99.5% of the time unprofitable. So if they're going to shill shit, that's kind of the hustle, dude. They have to fucking work. Now, Jesus Christ, who cares?
Guys, I when I read this and stuff, I was like, is this? And I honestly want you to, to help me with this here. But when she's making this and she's associating Ricky with this guy, and I don't know who Stone Toss is, so I can't, but she's saying he's a neo-Nazi cartoonist. So she's basically saying that Ricky is basically what, adjacent, or is a neo-Nazi? Is that kind of what she's?
You were at a dinner party with Jeffrey Epstein, so therefore you're also a pedophile. Like I don't know, like
you'll see it consistently throughout this drama. I don't know if you plan on going into it, Riveter, but like she does this exact same stuff with Stardust.
Yeah,
like it's always
we're going to get to that. Yeah.
It's nobody's association.
Yeah. Nobody is fooled by this bullshit other than here's the let me lift the veil, the shittily thrown veil over this fucking topic. No one is fooled by this fucking bullshit where they do this kind of dog whistling to the authoritarians. What it is to get the companies to attack their wallets. So they go, oh, they know the only people that are going to buy this faux public outrage are the companies that sponsor the YouTubers. So they go after their wallet every single time. Everybody else knows what's going on. What they're doing.
So I think it's
Mari992 says if Keffals didn't use DIY hormones, she maybe wouldn't be retarded. Oh my God, can I get a link to that, Mari? Please.
Okay.
Put it in your news topic.
All right.
So I think it's safe to say that there's no way that Ricky can be linked or associated, or what do they call it, adjacent to Nazis, right? Neo-Nazi. It's just no. That's just no. Just no. So then Ricky puts out this tweet, right? So he puts out this reply to her, right? And what he does is he leaks DMs. Okay. And so I know what you're saying to yourself, River, my eyes are open, I can't see that. And listen, I'm right there with you. I'm right there with you.
There we go.
So I have it blowed up for old people like me.
Real quick, before you read this, Miss Abby Blackbird says Ricky will poke the bear, but people try to shit on him, and he gets laxative diarrhea, copes all over them.
Yes.
Good one.
So he sends her DMs.
I butchered it. Sorry.
He says, do you want to be sponsored? He goes, I'm thinking about a rivalry between you and the quartering, but instead of this toxic drama, you just fuck each other up by throwing computers at each other. Let me know, and I'll make the contract up. She says, I'm 100% down. He goes, this is a joke. Lettuce, mayonnaise, and onions. I have no control with these hands.
That's
of course,
hilarious.
and then he sends her a picture of his little hand there, right?
By the way, by the way, this is a communist who's more than willing to take money from a sponsor who she was just accusing of supporting fascists.
Yeah, so it's like it's showing it belies the nature of Keffals' heart. It's like, if you're gonna fucking scream and shit and then immediately take a sponsor to like soften the deal, sure. Go ahead.
So no, go ahead, because I got to look at something.
No, I was just saying it's ridiculous that somebody like Keffals would be so bendy with their principles, as Nerdy John was saying, right, Nerdy John?
Yeah, and like I think, and like don't get me wrong, I think it's fine. I think it's fine for you to take sponsorships, but I think it's perfectly fine to call you out also when you morally grandstand about sponsors. But as soon as you think you're behind closed doors, you're all about it.
Yeah, you're gonna sell out like that, So at the drop of a hat.
So some of you may know this about me, but I like to be a shit stirrer.
Oh no!
And I'm 100%.
What shit have you stirred, sir?
Okay, so I quote.
What autism this way comes?
I quote tweeted this dropped DM link here, right? And this what I just showed you guys. And so I said, I'm going to need some help here, please. And I don't tag nobody, right? I don't.
This is like the Q drops, but for the fucking incels. Sorry.
I think this is what I think. In this, Banana's helping me here because I'm not up to date with all these terms, but I think this is what you call subtweeting, right? Because I don't name nobody, right?
Right, so, you're doing a little shady action.
Okay, shady. Okay?
Throwing a little shade.
So I wanted to see if I could draw out any of the special people in the world out there, right?
Oh boy.
So I'll say, I'm going to need some help here, please. So Keffals is against a brand because of their partnering with certain creators, but jumps at the opportunity if it puts money in their pocket and they are suddenly okay with it. Or am I missing something here? Right?
Oh no, what did you do?
So then I get you responded.
Socialism at its finest.
Socialism at its finest, right?
Nice.
And so I said, so I just to be clear and not to be taken out of context, I said, fuck Jeremy the Quartering. He's a misogynist piece of shit going back to his MTG days. Keffals is a grifting cunt who has no principles and is using her one claim to fame, being transgender, to prop up her being a non-talented hack. Now,
I don't know. That's pretty good. Pretty good snipe.
I think that was a pretty concise, well-placed argument, right? I thought I'd leave it all out there, right? So then this person here, this Swifter Speedier, because I knew this would draw out the
Swiftier, Speedier. There we go.
I knew this would draw out the mental giants that I was wanting it to. And said, did you actually read what Ricky said, or are you just reacting to what Keffals said? He obviously not actually going to fund a competition where they throw computers at each other. So no, this is not Keffals selling out.
My queen wouldn't sell out.
Hang on. Hang the fuck on. Let's go back over here to this tweet. This is the screenshot.
By the way, real quick before just another quick one. This is like the most autistic form of Gladiator with Russell Crowe. Are you not entertained?
So let's go back to the very first thing that Ricky said. You want to be sponsored? ? You want to be sponsored. Now let's go back to what Peepaw. Did you actually? Yes, Swiftier, Speeder. Speedier, I did read. I don't think you did. I said, really? I said, I guess your interpretation of calling out, well, okay. So I can't.
Yeah, that's all, folks.
The English language escapes me sometimes. Grammar is not my friend. It says, really, I guess your interpretation of her calling out the company to turn around to say, yes, they would love a PC from said brand, and my interpretation are two different things. Oh, but okay. So, but instead of this toxic drama, you just fuck around and throw computers at each other. They never said they love a PC from said brand. They responded to an obvious joke saying they'd be down in a challenge where they were genuinely throwing computers at Jeremy. Well,
who the fuck is they? Are they saying they as in multiple people, or are they saying they as in Keffals?
They as in Keffals.
Because this is the most annoying part of this fucking word game we're playing. It's so goddamn irritating.
The pronoun
I don't
game,
give a
right?
fuck. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
It's so contextually confusing and exhausting to have to sit there and guess when somebody's saying they, because whenever I'm referring to a group of people, they're referring to a singular person. And it drives me insane. I had this problem with fucking Bunk. Like whenever we had the fucking podcast, he thought I was talking about him or whatever his fucking pronoun. I don't care. He thought I was talking about him, and I kept saying they and referring to him, Aiden, and whatever.
Sure.
And it's just that's the nightmare you get, the fucking linguistic nightmare when you do this shit. So goddamn frustrating.
This is probably going to come across as based, but if it does, I guess whatever.
I don't know. Who cares?
To me, if a individual is wanting to use the plural pronoun they're trying to justify riding in the carpool lane.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, multiple people.
There you go.
There you go.
No comment for me.
So yeah, I did
What
read.
do you consider group love? I don't know. You can get all the hacky. Let's just go through the hacky jokes. Yeah, is it group love if it's two people? They consider themselves they. All right.
So anyway, so Keffals, going back to the whole Keffals thing. So Keffals, God, I gotta get these buttons fixed. So Keffals says he leaked my DM, so I may as well do the same. Dude is friends with members of the alt-right and neo-Nazis and calls bigotry against the trans community drama. So Ricky's this is the DMs that she decides to leak. I don't think she really exposes what she thinks it exposes.
No, it doesn't.
Because he says, this shit is the internet. You tell people not to do something, they're going to do the opposite. And this shit is drama. You shouldn't care what other people say or think about you, ever, real world or internet, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so she shares out this whatever. So here's Ricky's response to that. Listen, I really feel like Keffals entered into this match with Ricky, and she actually had both of her hands tied behind her back. She was not mentally prepared to go to battle with someone like Ricky.
Well, the problem is she thinks that Ricky is being 100% serious all the time when he's clearly not.
Like, Ricky's never serious.
Yes, exactly. Hello,
Yeah.
we found the point. We found for the entirety of the show can be summed up. I just spilled everything on my fucking desk. Anyways, the entirety of the show can be summed up by people who do not understand comedy. People who willfully misrepresent jokes. They don't understand a goddamn thing. They're just like, do you actually believe that? It's like, no, it's funny. Man. It's because the thing that's funny is because it's something that somebody stupid would say.
Yeah.
Oh my God,
funny.
I stayed up last night to watch this crap with Tipster, and it was hilarious because like we're just like, dang, Keffals went mask off.
There's so much shit on my there's so much shit on my floor now. It's like it's literally it's everywhere. I spilled a coin jar. You know how hard it is to pick up coins. Because you do that thing where you like grab them with your nail and they like slip and then they don't you ever tried to pick up a playing card? It's the same thing. Drives me insane. Now I'm having a bad day.
Hey, let's focus back on
let's do the show.
Drama, right? Not your real world drama. We're going to do YouTube drama.
I know.
So anyway, Stardust negotiated to have a conversation with Keffals because Keffals had made some derogatory statements directed towards Stardust because of her association with flamenco. Okay,
and let's get those derogatory statements out of the way. She was calling the brown woman. Let's a white transgendered woman was telling a brown cis woman that she was a Nazi.
So here's my problem with all this, right? So we have we have two leftists, right? Because Stardust identifies as being part of the left. We have Keffals, who is a transgendered leftist. Some might even say socialist, right?
Actual communist.
Actual communist. So, and here's the thing: we have two leftists, each trying to play their card during this debate, right?
Joy.
Both of them. We have Keffals playing the transgender card. We have Stardust playing the brown card.
I just want to point it out. I don't know if Tipsters. I can't remember if Tipsters clip includes that part, but I just want to point it out that like
I've got that
she
part
didn't
later
mention.
on. So
Okay. I just want to point out that like Stardust didn't want to play cards until Keffals was just like she just completely derailed the conversation into yelling at her, and
but here's the problem, right?
Mm-hmm.
Leftists always try to do this gotcha type arguments. Okay, Keffals does it. Stardust. Now, here's the thing. I don't have anything against Stardust. Stardust has not done anything. I mean, she's a leftist. I don't agree with her ideologies. I don't agree with her politics. I don't agree with any of that, right? But the problem is when you try to engage in conversation with leftist-leaning people, right? They deal in these identity type arguments, these identity type, and the thing of it is if you do not agree. And if you start poking holes into their arguments, then all of a sudden they will always play whatever card they have to play. They will play it, right?
No, they start foaming at the mouth because the NPC program stops working. They're like, "Oh God, you trumped the logic machine."
Yes.
Now I'm off base with the programming.
Because here's the thing: when Keffals started getting aggressive in this debate, which she did. She started yelling. She started throwing out these ad hominems about, this and that, because Stardust is friends with Flamenco. So therefore, by her being friends with Flamenco, she was signing off on the doxing of the family of a transgendered person. That was their argument, right? And so therefore,
so what do I do? My cousin spent time in the clink for freaking capital murder. I guess I'm screwed.
Yes. Well,
you're a murderer.
You're guilty. This whole guilty by association thing, right? And Stardust tried to calmly have a conversation and say, listen, yes, I am friends with Flamenco. And here's the problem. She went down this road with her. She said, if you can give me evidence because of this ideologies that they adhere to, and show me where he was doxing, then yeah, I will ban him out of my server. I will not have anything to do with him again, right?
And then Keffals admitted that he didn't dox her, but he was in the thread, so that's doxing.
Yes, so therefore he's guilty by association, and so he's guilty by association. Then Stardust in turn is guilty by association. And so she starts railing on Stardust, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so then when Stardust gets to play the minority card, right? Being a female, and on top of that, being a brown female.
You've activated my trap card, Yugi.
And she smiles. She grins. She's happy about it because, all right, I get to play my card now.
Yeah, like don't indulge that shit.
That's the problem.
You're an idiot, not worth talking to if you indulge the fucking identity politics game.
And this is what I have an issue with all these people that get into this what they call them, the bread tubers, these debate people.
Bread tube, yeah, bread tube.
They argue these.
Dude, that's why
they get into this identity politics.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Like Brick was watching the other night.
Yeah.
All these bread tubers, like Alex Stein was on with Stardust, with Hunter Avalon, with all these other people, and I was just like, I'd rather like just get a hammer and bash my head in.
So here's the thing.
Oh wait, are you talking about the same one that Doc on the radio was on?
Maybe, I don't know. Was it Alex Stein on that one?
I don't think so. Hang on.
Okay. Well,
I'm gonna just tell you something. Okay?
Yeah. Go ahead.
If someone does something that is worthy of calling out or chastising or what they're doing is wrong, just like Keffals going after Meta PCs because they have a brand deal with Jeremy, that's wrong. Okay, I can logically and I can go after her because of that. Why? When you start attacking brands that support creators on a platform that, let's just be quite honest and frank about it, it's tough to try to make a living anymore for these people who are trying to make a living on YouTube, right? Unless you're like a multi-million sub YouTuber, you're not going. Brand deals is where you'll make your money, right? If you start attacking companies that are willing to brand, right, with creators, then they're going to leave, right?
Yeah.
That's stupid, because here's the thing: you start attacking this person's brand or partnerships with these companies, then someone's going to come after you and your brands, and all of a sudden, you don't believe me? Ask Ethan Klein about it. Right?
But he normalized it for these types of people, so they view it as morally okay.
But here's the thing: you go.
Like I said, these people are petty authoritarians. They live to ruin free systems that have been propped up by hardworking individuals everywhere. They hate competency. They hate competent people, so they work to upend a competent system that is full of freedom, because they are disdainful, lowly, insufferable miscreants. They are horrible people. They are not people to be revered or propped up or admired. They are terrible. Go ahead.
If Stardust wants to be friends with Flamenco, that's her business. Now, if Flamenco does something at some point in time that Stardust says, okay, I just can't support this and I can't support your stance on this, right? Then, okay, that's one thing, right? But this whole, I don't know, this whole thing attacking people because of who you're friends with, I think that's, especially if that person hasn't ever said anything that would be construed as anti-whatever, right? Like her going after Ricky because somebody made an NFT, so now he is a Nazi sympathizer or Nazi, or if, and I don't know if him and Jeremy are friends or not. I have no idea. I do know that they've kind of memed on each other a little bit back and forth on Twitter, but I don't know if they have like any type of like actual friendships per se. For crying out loud, if you go and look at any type of Twitter interaction between Ricky and Crip, holy crap, you would think that they're both Nazis and or bigots.
Here's,
and I think they hate each other.
It's interesting. I want to tie this point to something outside of out of this drama quick. It's interesting to see how this is not isolated to YouTube. Like we always famously fucking if you look at any kind of major world event, like so for instance, I looked up an article before we went live about the Chicago shooter in Chicago.
Yeah.
The governor of Chicago put a statement out saying that there was like white supremacy iconography tied to this guy.
Yeah.
And it's like you could look at anyone who's ever posted in a chat room a picture of Peepo or a Pepe, like a little fucking the frog guy.
Yeah.
And you could say, oh, that guy's an alt-right Nazi. Yeah. He posted Peepo. Peepo is identified with 4chan. 4chan pretend to be Nazis. Yeah, and it's like even if you think something's funny like that, it's just like these people. Like it's so rabid. Yeah. The amount of like just complete falsehoods based off of like. So I don't know. I take everything with a grain of salt. It's like you can call me tinfoil all you want, but if you have been reasonably paying attention with like 20% of your brain to world events, it's hard to disagree with what I'm saying. I imagine. Am I wrong?
No, I don't.
No, you're not wrong.
So it's like, shut the fuck up. Like no one cares.
Yeah.
Like you have no more trust within. I don't. That's how I see this. I feel like these people have ousted themselves as petty authoritarians, and nobody should trust them because they've used up their currency trying to get people's lives ruined. So it's like, whatever. Besides all the funny shit, it's like.
So do we want to kind of listen to some of this conversation between Stardust and Keffals or?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So let me bring this up here. No, not the right button. Where's shit's the button? That's not the button. Is that the button? There's the button. Button. Who's got the damn button? There we go.
I shouldn't be getting slandered as like a white supremacist or somebody who's sympathetic to Nazis. I get that the only thing that you see of me is like the Richard Spencer interview, but I'm plenty of people who are leftists on my platform all the time.
I am way more upset about the flamenco shit than Richard Spencer. Like, did you ever tell him it's not wrong? He's someone you call a friend.
Yeah, no, I did tell. He knows my thoughts on doxing. He knows that I think it's wrong.
Why should she ever have to? This is the denouncement ceremony that I was talking about. This is like commie tactics. I know I sound like a boomer right now. I know, I get it. But listen, commies do this shit all the time. This denouncement ceremony. You have to denounce all these people that that were not party affiliates, and like that's the type of shit they do. They say, "Well, this guy did this. Did you ever denounce them publicly? Did you ever say that they were wrong for doing this?" It's like this is the type of bullshit they do. So pay attention.
Yeah.
Watch.
So,
hi, Matt. Welcome to the show.
Matt's joined the show here. So. How you doing, Matt?
I'm doing good, man. I just saw you guys talking about Keffals. We talked about this on Shopping the Point, so I figured hop in.
Well,
ooh, I smell cornbread in the other room. Oh my god. Anyway, sorry.
Stay focused, Banana.
I'm hungry. I'm so hungry.
We're just kind of going over. So Stardust released I guess she pieced it together, whatever, and has released a video on her channel just a little while ago of the interaction between her and Keffals.
Right.
So we're just kind of going over that right now. So.
And he knows that I think, that kind of stuff is wrong. He's willing to talk to you if you wanted to talk to him about it.
So here's the thing. Why does Keffals feel like Stardust has to answer or to justify her friendship with
I just told you, it's a commie tactic. It's a commie tactic to berate somebody.
But why does why does Stardust? But why does Stardust feel like she has to?
She doesn't know. Yeah, that's the thing. Stardust should know better. Stardust should know, and she's playing the optics game, which is you. Like, here's the thing with the optics. Sorry, real quick, Nary John. I'll tie this up really quick. The thing with the optics game is yes, there's a certain level of optics you have to play, but there's a line that you can just get right up next to and just ride if you're good enough at it, which Stardust is more than capable of doing, but she's cowing out. I don't know why she's having to do that, to toe the line to this bullshit. She doesn't have to answer for fucking friendship with Flamenco. Sorry, go ahead.
I think what Stardust is trying to do here is not necessarily play the politics game, at least when it comes to this part of the stream. I think she's just trying to be. She doesn't want this to be blood sports, at least not yet. So she wants to have a somewhat open dialogue with Keffals. Yeah. And so she's just trying to be reasonable, but the problem is she's trying to be reasonable towards Keffals.
Yeah. She's trying to stay calm, right? She's trying to be calm because this is supposed to be a discussion, not a debate, not a blood sport. And I feel like she stays calm throughout this because that's her strategy. Let me stay calm. Let me not get out of my element. Yeah. She's screamed at people before. She's yelled at people before. She can do that. But I think she's precisely trying to stay calm in this moment.
But the thing is, Matt, is like, I get that she's trying to appeal to Keffals' ego and play the game so that she can get Keffals to open up and be responsive and talk to her. Like, I get that. But I'm saying the loss that she's taking to enter that realm is way too much. She's incurring too much of a cost on herself to get to that level with Keffals. I'm saying the conversation is not even necessary. You know, but hey, that's Stardust prerogative. If she thinks she can get something out of that, sure, whatever. But in my personal opinion, and for what it's worth, I'm not a fucking huge content creator. I just think the cost that you're incurring by doing that is way too high. So I gotta piss. Be right back.
But
I'm not
want to speak.
No,
for
I mean,
him.
like, I have like I'm not willing to talk to anyone who is like trying to farm me for more information they can use to harass me and go after my family. This shit has bled into my real life so much that my family are fucking locking their doors because their like home addresses have been made public.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. Yeah, he knows my stances on it, and he continues to, he's in my chat right now saying he hasn't doxed them, and he knows that I'm very
He took part in
anti-doxing.
this. He absolutely was. He was part of the thread. He was part of the forum.
Again, this whole guilt by association thing, I have an issue with, right?
Right, and so like if we take this to another level, so like if Flamenco being in the thread makes him like responsible for the doxing, and then Stardust being friends with Flamenco makes him responsible for the thread, then does that mean anyone else who is an associate of Stardust but not Flamenco, does that mean they're responsible for the dox now?
Well, I think I don't want to put words in people's mouth, but based upon what we've shown here, anybody who, like for example now, because I came in and pointed out some of the idiocy of her argument, you know, and going up against Ricky and that whole thing, and showed, you know, how she is really just a grifter and it's all about putting money in her pocket. I'm probably going to be labeled, or according to her logic, I'm probably a transphobe. I'm probably Nazi adjacent, and possibly, because I've talked about Flamenco now, I'm probably guilty of doxing. Because
I mean, that's the thing when you play these, that's exactly, we keep circling this point, but it is good to reiterate that's what happens when you play these games. There's no amount of credibility or length of rope somebody can give you to draw out, because you've already bought into the idea that you are less than, equal to, or greater than. You're not on an equal footing. So the point of having a conversation, if you're going to have one, is to assume, regardless of the differences between culture or whatever you have, that the other person is equal to you. Funny thought. Now everything's a fucking power dynamic.
Well,
Jesus Christ,
yes,
people are ignorant as shit.
But something else that I've noticed over the years, right, and it tends, especially with people who tend to be more
credence. That's the word.
Politically orientated, right? And for example, now both Stardust and Keffals are political people, right? They have these panels that they go on, and they debate these gender politics, and they debate political situations and things, right? And so here's the problem, right?
All right.
You have nuances and differences between the different, you know, within the quote conservative party. You have people in there that have different nuances, and they don't subscribe to everything. So you have like the centrist conservatives all the way over to the extreme right, right? and then you have on the left you have the same thing, right? But here's the biggest difference that I see. Now on the left, they have an all either 100% with me, or you're not. You're an enemy, right? It's an all or nothing type position with them.
Yes, they're Siths. They're Sith Lords, absolutists.
Yes. So, but when you go to the conservative side of things, right? They're not absolute in things until. Hang on.
I don't know about that.
Hang on. Until you get to the extreme far right. Now, the extreme far right, they are 100% Sith type. It's all or nothing type thing, right?
Sure.
And they don't even. And so, like, you have your more centrist conservative side of things. They don't even want to be associated with them, right? So they're kind of over here on their own little, their own little thing or whatever.
Yeah, but there are people that disguise themselves as moderate conservatives who are pretty firm on some things. Like Steven Crowder would be a good example of that.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Sure.
He's definitely dyed in the wool.
Yeah. Sure, 100%. But what I'll say is because Stardust, who is I would say she's probably a moderate, liberal.
I don't know what she is. I wouldn't make any guesses about her political leanings, unless only in so much as I saw her being somewhat left of center, like because of how I've seen her interact on the space. But
she's moderate. I'm saying she's a moderate,
But other than that, there are a lot of people that like to wear the clothes of moderation, like moderate, not moderation. Would it be moderation? Anyways, that wear the clothes of and they'll go on to they'll belie some kind of really strong things on the side. So I don't know. I guess I have to watch more Stardust to make a firm opinion on what I think she thinks.
Matt, you've had more interaction with her. Would you consider her more of a centrist or
Stardust?
Yeah.
I'd say she leans more left, but she's willing. I think she's willing to more see other views, other perspectives, and she's willing to hear other people out.
Yeah, I mean, she's not a Hassan Piker. She's not a Hassan Piker, or
I think she's talented. I'm not making any kind of I'm not throwing shade. I'm just saying when it comes to content creators, the amount of I take everything they say with a grain of salt. So I'm like,
sure,
because a lot of them have proven to be, and again, no offense to Stardust or anyone that we're talking about today, very, very flexible on their beliefs depending on what kind of optical situation they find themselves in. So I don't, whatever.
Well, let's continue on with the video here.
Yeah.
He encouraged the other people in the thread who did it.
But that forum is also the same forum that doxed him, I believe.
Look, if you're in a bar and you witness a woman getting gang raped and you just sit there and don't do anything about it, are you not culpable?
What the fuck? What?
How is that an argument?
What about what a freaking red herring ass argument. That's like the most bizarre, hypothetical, out of space. Keffals, man.
I'm not even going to try to, because that's such a ludicrous analogy. It's what is it? Tommy always says red herring. It's a red herring.
Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah, that's what I was saying.
It's just
red herring fallacy is what it's called.
What should he have done with the forum then? If there was
he shouldn't have posted in my thread in the fucking first place. He engaged in a harassment forum.
Okay, so when you tweeted out, "Hey, Meta PC," is that engaging in a harassment forum? Is that not a form of harassment? I mean, is this not the chick that lives for the ratio? I mean,
talking.
Isn't she just?
No. So what does that mean? What does that mean? It means she's willing to do the things that that she considers wrong. She's willing to play within the lines of the shadow, like fucking, be somewhat evil in the space, because it's not good. It's not good to go after people to make them hurt their feelings. And I mean, so like, what's up? What's with the hypocrisy?
So, and I don't know if you're aware of this, Banana, because I mean, I know you're not terminally online like I am.
I am. Don't worry.
But Keffals is the person who, like a week ago, got banned off of Twitter and had an absolute shit fit.
I can't.
Went on her stream, talk about how this was impacting her ability to make money, and just had a complete and total, just meltdown.
Inability to take responsibility for one's actions. Understood.
But now, hang on, she was also the one who was on Twitter bragging that she got Destiny banned off of Twitch. She was also, after he got banned off of Twitch, she started tweeting out at Twitter about how Destiny was on the Twitter platform and was ban evading. So she was trying to then go around and get him banned off of Twitter.
Yeah, she's bragging.
She was okay with that. That was fine. But then when her account got banned, then she then she had I guess she had an alt account as well. It got banned. Then she
I could say the thing.
And then she subsequently made a third Twitter account, and it got banned.
This is the thing the community's been talking about, and I think Tommy's been talking about as well. But we've also mentioned it. It's just it's a thing everyone knows, but it gets said quite a bit. So like the gatekeeping, like pulling the ladder up after your success, like being so like. But with Keffals, it's more of a I'm a party advocate. I can do all the nasty things that we don't like because I'm part of the team. And then she found herself out. We talked about this with Vosh. Whenever Vosh was saying cracker on his stream, he got taken down for saying cracker, and he couldn't figure out in his vast brain of infinite knowledge why it was that he got suspended for saying cracker. So he started calling Twitch white supremacists.
Yeah.
But what he failed to understand, this is the larger point that I'm getting to, and for me it's obvious, so it gets a little frustrating to repeat, but like it's and maybe it's not worth repeating, but I'm gonna say it anyway. It shows that these people that are taking them down are like the true believers of the religion. It's like they believe that the like words are evil and stuff like that. So it's like, so you're propping up these type of really scary authoritarians, and you think you're going to be able to like be the Ubermensch of that class? Like you're going to be able to roll down morality on the peons? It's like, think again. Because your party card can be taken away. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. So just like that. They can turn it off. They can just flip the switch.
That's why
you can no longer be an influencer.
When people start engaging into this identity arguments, right? This, her mother being doxxed is a horrible thing.
My privilege, yeah.
Her mother being doxxed is a horrible thing.
Right.
Okay, but it's not worse than anyone else being doxxed because Keffals is a transgendered person.
It's a red herring.
It's and her argument is because I'm transgendered and because my mother got doxxed, this is like so much worse. And
how? It's just immature, the inability to take responsibility. Yeah, you think you're special.
Transgendered.
You're a special class. You're Ubermensch. Yeah. How dare you do it to me? I'm part of the privileged class. Yeah. Don't you know? Or for them, it's like they flipped the game, right? They flipped the power hierarchies. So they're taking the power back. So they label themselves as disenfranchised or disillusioned or on the out of society, and really they're flipping it. They're flipping the game. That's all they're doing. That's all communism is.
But anyway, like I don't want to watch
too
much.
And again, I sound like a boomer, but like that's what they're doing. That's the game. It's like the moral, like the philosophical underpinnings of what she is doing is just that stupid power game. They're perpetuating the fucking like I'm disenfranchised. But, which is funny because she's going after Ricky. But anyways, getting all over the place.
I don't really want to watch too much more of the stream.
I'd rather
Stardust put up because I don't want to rob her like our base is going to rob her thousands of views.
I know, right? As if we were going to do.
But I just to be respectful, I don't want to do that because, like I said, I have no, I don't. Stardust and I've had. I guess I don't like the word debate. We've had discussions and we've been respectful to each other.
I've never talked to her.
I've talked to her. I mean, a couple of times. It's been on the after show over there on Tommy's Discord, the paid Discord, where Matt has set up the whole, Stardust versus the world debate.
He does a great job of doing that.
He does an excellent job.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
He does an excellent job.
It's worth the subscription if you want to go. If you don't know, if you're a fan of SAFTP or if you're just a fan of the show, you can go watch. If you're a subscriber to either Tommy's Patreon, you could do it through YouTube membership. It gives you access to his paid server, which Matt hosts his own show, the SFTP After Show, and they're really good. They're really, really good. So
you can boost the server. It'll get you in.
Don't tell him that. No, don't do. Oh God.
Why?
Because you don't want him to do that. You want him to do the Patreon or the membership.
Okay, so you can be a Twitch subscriber, you can be a
YouTube member.
Patreon or a YouTube member. That'll get you into the server. So anyway, let's
fuck it. If you have Nitro and you got free boost, the boost will get you in as well.
Sure.
Yeah.
So there's no different like if you subscribe to him on Twitch, because he's doing all those poker streams now, and you use your Amazon Prime to sub. It's no different, right? I mean, so.
Oh my God, I've been addicted to poker, dude.
I know you have. And Matt's ready to pull his hair out, right? Because I think Matt's pokered out.
Matt's done with poker. Yeah, because if Matt, what did you say to me whenever you said if you were to join poker, what would happen?
Well, there would be nothing on Shot from the Point.
Everyone would be playing poker. Yeah,
everybody would be playing poker.
I have to ask Matt, and be honest if you can here. I don't want to put you on the spot or nothing, but I just want because I played in the they had the big tournament today, right? The club championship, and I actually
I made some Abby Blackbird. I made some money. Don't worry.
I made it to. I went out. I was in 5th position. Banana was first out, by the way.
Yeah, I don't know why you have to bring that. Oh my God, that made me so mad.
Because it makes you mad. That's why I brought it up. But anyway, was Tommy late to the stream today because he was still playing poker?
No, the internet went down. His internet went down.
Oh.
Yeah, it wasn't.
They've been having storms, right? Yeah,
I don't know what it is, honestly.
He had a problem the other day too.
Well, I know he was having some issues back some time ago, but I think he found out it was the power cord to his I don't know if it was his switch that he had or his router. Anyway, I think he replaced that, and I thought he got that resolved. So
yeah, he got that resolved. I just don't know what else was the issue.
Who knows? Technology.
But hey guys, I just want to say thanks so much. But I just had a new potential guest on Now Recording has just said they want to do it. So I got a dip.
Yeah.
Subscribe to Clear as Mud podcast. They're awesome guys. Banana's a great guy.
Yeah.
Riveter's a great guy. He's peepaw. Yeah. Nerdy John, he's dope. Thank you, Nerdy John. You did a quick thumbnail for us that our new episode's being released. It just got released right now. Cool. Where we debate about Ash Reacts. So guys, thank you so much.
Hey,
check it out.
See you later, man.
Yep. You can find the Now Recording podcast over on
Toxic
Pit Blub's channel, and they've had some really good episodes here recently. And
it reminds me of the what is it, the Whack Pack from Howard Stern. Yeah. It reminds dude, it's the type of radio you have to be a certain type of person that enjoys Schadenfreude type shit.
Yeah.
But, I am fascinated by the amount of people that are online, and they're basically it's like going to open mic. I don't want to give it away.
Yeah.
But it's just if you know, you know. Whenever I used to go to open mics all the time, there was always that guy.
You know what amazes me about Matt?
What are you doing? Yeah.
Here's what amazes me about Matt. So Matt has this title of being the Tard Wrangler.
Yeah.
I sit here and I watch Matt.
I coined that term, by the way.
Did you?
Just saying. Yeah.
Were you the one?
Props
I was
to
the
you.
one that coined the retard wrangling term. Yes.
Props to you.
I don't get enough credit, truly. I fucking move shit. All right.
What is amazing to me about Matt is he has the patience of Job.
Yeah. No kidding.
Because to deal with some of these people, now, okay, I'm not as bad as Tommy. Tommy just spurgs sometimes. Right? He absolutely just has a complete total meltdown.
Did you see the Muslim spurg yesterday? Right?
Yes, I was in there for that mess. Holy Jesus.
Whoa.
I was actually in the after hour show where it continued. But now, to bring it full circle, though, they did work things out in the after show things. They did work some things out. But
cool.
Anyway, it was so Matt. Everything that happens, the way Matt's brain works is, how can I turn this into content that will be entertaining and make money for Shot for the Point? His mind and the way it works is truly a fascinating thing to watch. It just blows me away, dude. It really does. That
there are some talented people on that podcast. Like you said, Matt has tons of patience. If it was me, I'd tear my hair out. If it was Job probably tears hair out. So
I couldn't do it. I mean, I like to think I'm a little bit more patient than Tommy. But it's
like this Oracle guy that's on one of the episodes. Like his accent is so strong.
Oh my god!
And I'm like, it's not even. I don't even think it's the accent. I think it's just his like diction, because it's not even.
He has a lisp too. That's the thing. He also has a lisp.
But here's the problem. But here's the thing. It's his diction is the problem, because he'll cut the ends of words off without like fully articulating them.
Let's not get too hard on him, because he and Nerdy are kind of buddies. So
no, we are not.
I don't think so.
Hang on. I seem to remember you guys kind of had a little bit of a, what's the word I'm looking for?
I'm waiting.
If you're talking about signing an armistice pack, I didn't do that. Nux did.
I don't even know what the fuck y'all are talking about. What's an armistice pack?
A peace treaty.
Was that a DLC mod? Like, is that like a DLC for fucking Arma 2?
So what was you guys had kind of some issues with, but it was him more of an issue with you than you with him, right?
Yeah, and then he begged Matt in DMs to like get me on a podcast with him to like settle our non-existent beef of me not liking him.
Yeah, here's the thing, John. Here's what you need to know. There are people on Discord who are kind of crazy, and they think that by you talking in chat that they've talked to you before, and they know who you are, and so they'll talk about you as if you're their best friend, and they're completely delusional. You just ignore them.
Yeah, dude. Like Matt showed me the DMs. It's like the dude was acting like I was like his great friend, and I betrayed him and everything.
Yeah, you should see my DMs. There are people there fucking nut. That's why I turned him off to begin with, by the way. So it was a good move. Not any crazy.
Also, glad to sorry I had to leave for a second.
You don't have to explain that. That's fine. It's no big deal, I promise. If you ever have to leave, just you're good.
Yeah.
So,
man,
I have a question, Nerdy.
Mm-hmm.
What is this all about? Why
Smaggle
going after you?
Smaggle's stupid, and he
I respect Smaggle.
Can you call him stupid? Isn't he like was it neurodivergent or something like that?
Neurotypical.
Neurotypical. Okay. Can you call him?
Well, it's also neurodivergent as well. Also, I want to address two comments in the chat. Creed says he has an addiction, he has a list, and he's retarded. He's retarded age perfect. Creed, you don't know what you're saying. Ms. Abby Blackbird licking that ice cold clout, bro. Exactly.
Yeah. he's acting like because he's talking about the guy who interrupted on Augie's show.
But you wasn't on Augie's show.
No, I don't even have access to go into
that was Mike, wasn't it?
No. It was this guy. And actually, if you click on wait, then who was the guy? Matt says it was like a cat or a Uber cat or something. No. You have to actually click on it to see Matt's response.
Oh, Uber cat. Okay.
Uber cat. Yeah, it was Uber cat, and for some reason, Smaggle thought. Even though, like I said, I don't have access to go into the RFC VC.
Yeah. Not yet, anyway. Right, but that's
not even mod in that server.
Yeah, but that's one of the things you're working toward, right? I mean, because you've got this little dynasty that you're building, right? You've got your little news crew working for you over there. You know, I watch what you've got going on over there. I mean, you're building your little empire. All you need to do, and I've noticed that like you and Tipster are becoming, fast and furious. Is he
Nerdy John's on that grind set, dude?
Well,
Sigma male grind set.
I want to know has Tipster taught Nerdy yet how to pull the golf mommies?
The what now?
The golf mommies.
To teach me. Who do you think gave Tipster his first golf mommy? Okay, I was done with mine. And I gave him the sloppy seconds. Okay.
Oh shit!
Got shots fired.
Holy smokes!
Nerdy John laying down some truth for Tipster to swallow.
Hang on. Abby says Nerdy John gets a lashing per minute gone. I don't know who's going to lash him because it ain't going to be me. So,
Nerdy John enjoys a good lashing, apparently.
Does he?
No. Well, I enjoy lashing people. I don't know. I don't enjoy being lashed.
Oh, geez. Nerdy's into the BDSM, guys. Holy shit.
Well, he's just leather daddy tattooed on his chest.
So,
all right.
What else is out there brewing, Nerdy? Since you've got your ear to the ground. What's the new thing going to be coming up this next week, you think?
I don't know. In all honesty, I can see the flamenco thing being drawn out more. At that point, everyone's gonna be bored of it. I do know something. Mike's already talked about this on Dave's stream, so okay. There's nothing wrong with me talking about this, and it's funny when you know the context. Yeah. So during Edwin's stream, a good friend of flamenco's, Psych Draws, she's an artist in the community. Okay. She's done a bunch of art and thumbnails for people like Tipster and Nick. She's doing the artwork for the flamenco parody song.
Oh. Yeah, I did hear Mike say that he was going to be dropping that on his channel here. Yeah. Because he's on vacation right now.
Oh, dude, it's hilarious.
Yeah.
Because Mike went on Doc's stream, completely annihilated flamenco, and then he annihilates him again in front of 1,000 viewers.
Yeah.
And guess what he does right afterwards? He gets pizza and a beer.
Well, why wouldn't you? Right?
The ultimate reward for yourself.
Exactly. So,
yeah, and then there's a picture he posted the next day of him smugly looking at a map.
Yeah. So evidently, I've got it saved. I'm gonna go watch it. Evidently, Bo Blacks has released the recordings to the Edwin stream, I guess last night, that flamenco was on there spurging again.
Mm-hmm.
Now, because here's the thing that I'm a little bit confused about, because Nick put out a tweet saying that he and flamenco talked till 3 a.m. or something. Was that on Edwin's stream?
It was on Edwin's stream.
Okay, well I've got it saved out to watch here after a while, but I honestly at this point, at what point do we have to start feeling sorry for flamenco?
And the sad part was during that stream, he thought that he was winning because at that point, Nick. Just to give you the rundown, flamenco went into went into Augie's Discord server and was ranting about how like Nick secretly had this planned for months and like he was waiting for the right moment to strike and all this. And then Nick showed up on stream and was like, dude, like I made this in 6 hours today. I don't know what to tell you. And then like he showed, 4K downloader. He showed the list of videos that he downloaded, and then like Flam couldn't concede. So he's like, well, you actually had a document that had all the specific timestamps that you needed to ruin me.
Yeah. Well, and here's the thing. Maybe Nick did. Maybe Nick did have a running document on all this stuff. It's possible. But so what? I mean, I don't understand the argument there. Why was you giving those time? Well, why do those time stamps even exist to begin with? Because you created them by doing what you did, right? I mean, I don't.
Yeah, and this is literally this was all that was in that 2-hour video. It's not like it's a big expose video. It's literally, here's Flamenco's stuff with Xander Hall with him trying to contact his mom, and then here's all the recent stuff.
I don't know anything about this topic.
Okay. Well, okay. So the short of the long on this, Banana, is this. Salvo Pancakes, who might be one of the greatest internet trolls in recent years that exists.
Discount Jet Neptune, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he's doing a stream the other night, and he was busting on Keemstar. I think he was actually trying to was talking about, I guess, how ugly Keemstar's girlfriend is, or something like that, right? Was what it was.
Has Salvo Pancakes seen himself?
Okay, listen.
Let's make the point. Let's make the point.
When's he gonna shave that head? Because he's getting close to my level of baldness.
Well,
he does look like an invalid. It's crazy because he looks like the most Down syndrome person I've ever seen that doesn't have Down syndrome.
Yeah,
he looks he looks close to. No, go ahead, John.
No, I'm sorry. About a month before he did this stream, he contacted Mike and wanted him to do a song. Mike, like, he got $50 from it, right? He recorded it, forgot about it because it was a month ago, because he never uploaded it to his channel, nor did he have any intention to upload it to his channel. And all of a sudden, like he premieres it on the Keemstar stream, and like while he has it playing, you can tell that he didn't really listen to the song, because Salvo, like, he's trying to fill up the dead air in between the lyrics, can't hit the he can't hit the cues quite right, and then like he gets like 2 cigarettes in his mouth and he lights them both up, and like he pretends to play air guitar, like it's clearly an act. Like, you can't make it more obvious than that. Flamenco Flamenco is streaming around this time. Someone tells him that Mike made a parody song for Salvo, and then Flamenco starts raging, and like it's funny because Sonic Adventure 2 music plays in the background, Live and Learn, and 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 he starts calling Mike the F slur, and that he's no longer welcome in Flamenco's community. And it was like, as soon, and like this caused Mike, I mean, not this directly, he was already going to take like a small break, but like this caused Mike to take a break for a few days. So like when me and my friends found out about it,
is Mike a homosexual?
No. Like, there was like he was burnt out on the streams and songs.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant like his feelings got hurt.
No. He was taking vacation. Ghost Shark, who is friend of both me and Mike, he added Flamenco when he still had his Twitter account, and goes like, hey, like, why are you getting at Mike when you're a fan of MC Jarbo, who uses the voices of people he's parodying to make them say stuff like they're pedos? Flam then had a complete meltdown on Twitter,
100%,
causing this whole mess.
100% can testify. I saw it. I was sitting there just rolling because I think Ghost Shark has what? He's not
150 follows.
Yeah, he's small. He's like my size, right? And he got this guy just to go completely and totally just
I'm just saying, if the Nerdy Live crew didn't make Flam mold, none of you would have anything to talk about besides the Keffals stuff, okay? I'm just putting it out there.
And actually, the flamenco thing is actually funny. It's actually funny to talk about and stuff because it's just he's so the hypocrisy,
hard-headed.
Yeah, well,
and like this is so frustrating because like he doesn't actually engage. Like when you talk to Flamenco, because I talked to him on Doc's stream. When you trying to engage and have a conversation with him, he doesn't actually listen to any of your points. He just goes, okay, and like he does these condescending like non-responses just to fill the void because he can't make an actual point because he knows you're right. He just doesn't want.
Yeah, he's I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say this is probably not over with, right? Because if he was still spurging out, this would be his third public spur, fourth actually, I guess, if you count his actual original Twitch thing, right? Because he spurged there on his Twitch when he heard about it. He spurged on Doc. He spurged on Augie's. And then he spurged on Edwin's last night, right? So but here's the thing about it. When he went on to Augie's stream, and him and Nick came in and just basically smacked him around, and just told him he was tired of his shit, and gave him an ultimatum. He said, "I'm gonna give you 2 hours, and if you don't, then And so like within,
you're done.
So then he winds up streaming after that, and he's a humble flamenco. He's a defeated flamenco, and he's like, I was out of line. I was hot headed, but I've cooled off, and all the same shit that he said initially, and
during the Xanderhall thing. And then as soon as I'm sorry that I interrupt you. I kind of got invested in this topic because Mike and I are friends,
Yeah.
And then this is the cherry on top. Nick clips him like saying, you know what, Nick was right. He makes a meme out of it.
Yeah.
Flamenco then spends an hour while he's live, mind you, arguing with Augie's chat.
Yeah. And then goes again onto Edwin's and has another complete total public meltdown. And Nick, I guess, came in there and again, so I have an idea because he cannot accept defeat. I just don't know where he's going to pop up next. Maybe he's going to pop up on your stream, one of your streams. Who knows, Nerdy? I mean, it just,
dude, he has like this is because like his lolcow is Ethan Ralph. Yeah. He's been obsessively covering Ethan Ralph for quite a while. He's exhibiting, and like keep in mind, he was also the co-host for the Kill stream at one point. He's exhibiting the same behaviors that Ralph has pulled.
Yeah.
Where it's like you can't joke about him. It's rules for thee, not for me. Yeah. And then like he tried to pull like an act, like he tried to compare a parody song to a creator a couple years ago actually getting canceled and who actually did try to commit suicide over it, Zabtai.
Yeah.
And he just did that so that way he could like poke Nick. So like he's acting like this came out of left field for Nick to judge him, but he's actively using the person that Nick saved.
Yeah. Well, like I said, I don't think this is
all's fair in love and chaos.
Exactly. I think at this point, I think we can definitely say that Flamenco is becoming that what he hated, which is a locale. He is becoming a locale.
Dude, his reputation. Think about this. His reputation was ruined with $50.
Yes. Well, listen, hey, greater men than Flamenco have been destroyed for less. For
nothing. They've paid to get destroyed.
For nothing. So, anyway, we've been on and going for about a little over an hour and a half. We're gonna wrap it up, guys. Listen, if you want to know more about the whole Flamenco thing and what's transpired, go check out Dead on Dave YouTube. He has 3 episodes this last week, where every episode, I believe it was talked about to some degree, right? Willie, then Nick was on there on Thursday. Willie was on Wednesday. They talked about it. Thursday, Nick was on there and talked about it again. And then was it Saturday? I think that Saturday is when he had Matt Pitt on and they discussed it, I think, yet again. Nerdy was on there Wednesday and Thursday. I don't know if you were there Saturday.
I was there for a little bit of Saturday, but I had go to.
Yeah. Nerdy has covered it on. Check out Nerdy on YouTube. Nerdy John TO2 on YouTube. His channel. He's covered it, and he actually earlier today, him and his crew was actually covering this new development with the whatever this guy's name is, the one with the meth head girlfriend,
Xander Hall.
Yeah, they were covering that on there. But check out those guys. Check out the Now Recording podcast. It's over there on Toxic Pip Lad's channel. It's a great thing.
Yeah, who's the thumbnail, by the way, was done by me.
Yes, yep. Matt was threw you some props on that before we left earlier, because they were going to actually go record a new another Recording Now podcast. Of course, Matt was on here earlier. He is the producer over at the Shot from the Point with Tommy. If any of our viewers out there, if you're not aware of this, the SFTP crew has a poker Discord and stuff. We have links to it in our
that's where I spend all my time. If you want to interact with me,
and I'm there.
I'll take your money. I also play Scrabble, but that's less advertised.
I'm not there as much as Banana, but I do go in there and hang out. They have free games. They have tournaments and stuff. Heads up tournaments, sit and goes, and then they have a weekly club tournament. It's a multi-table tournament. They also do have some if you're wanting to play some cash, like PayPal, you can find people that will oblige you in that as well. We have links to the Discord and everything in our Discord, or of course you can go to SFTP and they have.
This is way too much of a plug. You're giving way too much of a plug for these guys, but yes.
Well, I want to build the community over there. I think it would.
I know.
So
I know. Also, Nerdy John, you're a Zoomer, right?
Technically.
All right. What does this mean when the kids do that? When they're like,
I think that I barely understand that. I think it's like injection. I'm not too sure.
Yeah, I'm doing it in my wrist right now. If any Zoomers in the chat could comment at the end of the video, please. what is this? When the Zoomers go like this, by the way, there's so many of those little fuckers in my gym right now. And there's one on the fucking fly machine the other day for like an hour and a half. And I was just like, let me work a set in. I will break you in half. And he's just like, yeah. He doesn't know what he's doing. He's put like 10 pounds on there. Anyways. I hate Zoomers.
You hate Zoomers? Well, that's all right.
No, I love our Zoomer fans. Let's walk that back. Hold on. I love our Zoomer fans. They're the best people in the world. Zoomer fans, you rule. You know what's cool.
You know what, Banana? You need to learn to put up with them like I learned to put up with you millennials.
Alrighty.
So anyway,
that's all she wrote.
So if you want to catch Banana and want to interact with him and all that is the greatness that is Banana, you can hang out with him over there. Like I said, in the poker server, he's over there. Because he eats, sleeps, and breathes poker these days. Make sure and join our Discord if you haven't. We will interact and talk to you there. I'm trying to become more active and put out little positive messages every morning to get everybody,
positivity whales in the chat.
Positivity rails, yeah. To try to kind of get up and get your days going, get you pumped, ready to face the world. Nerdy, let the people know what you've got coming on this next week and where they can find you.
All right. So with me, don't really have anything else planned. Really, I'm going to be doing a gaming stream later tonight.
Okay.
But in terms of like actual am I working on videos? Not really. Besides highlights for Dave when I'm able to get to it, and then make sure you follow me on Twitter for all updates at TO2John. That's my @ So go follow.
Good man.
All right. And on that note, guys, keep your powder dry, and we'll see you in the funny papers.
Bye.